Welcome to the ranch. Today we are talking about which cattle we decide to take to butcher. Cows are so important to not just our family for a means of eating, but also for people across the entire world. The items that we get out of a cow are things that go beyond what you even knew used cattle products. And so it's so important for us to make sure that every one of our cows are cared for and loved on from the time that they step onto our ranch until the time that we drop them off for butcher. So the question is, how do we decide which cow or bull, steer, heifer do we take to butcher? And this guy right here is actually the one that we're going to be taking with us today. And there's several reasons for our selection of him. Let me take you over to him and kind of give you a breakdown of what we look at and what we're looking for. This is Spike. Spike is one that has given us a lot of heartache along the way, mainly because of his demeanor. He's very gentle now, but we had to harness him and halter train him because he was always jumping fences. Good cattle, you do not want any jumpers in your herd. When you have jumpers in your herd, you have a lot of extra work to do, and for people like myself that have other jobs, can't stay out here and watch to see if he's going to jump fences every day. One of the other things that we look at specifically with bulls that we want to keep for possible breeding purposes is the back line. His back line is not what we look for, and it's got a little bit of a slope. Let's see if I can get my finger in there. Just along there. And so our cattle, we like to have a nice straight back. Now, he is good for eating, and the reason why is because you can see he's very thick. He's got a nice sized head on him. But a lot of times what you want to look at is the hind end. If you look at the width of his hind end, he's pretty good size. So this guy is, I would guess, around, I would say probably between 1,000 and 1,200 pounds. And some people may say it's a little bit too small, but he's almost 2. But all of our cattle are grass-fed only, and so their bodies don't grow as big and as wide as grain-fed cows. So it takes us a little bit longer to get them up to processing weight, but they still look healthy, they look good, the meat comes back good. And another thing is, on grass-fed beef, you get a lot less fat on it, and the fat is from the grains, is what helps build that up. So it's a little bit different than what you normally are used to seeing in the grocery stores. I want to take a second and shoot this video because the last scene I did, I wanted to show you, I had mentioned that it's so important to make sure that we respect the animals that come to this farm. And you can see that the care that we have for these cows, none of them are scared. They're not running away from us. As a matter of fact, they're coming up to check me out to see what I'm doing. Even this one right back here, he's the one that we're going to take. But he's not scared, and he has no need to because we care for them. And so they're all just kind of interested to see what I'm doing. So he's going to get kind of close to me here. He's big. It doesn't look that big on screen, but he is big. And so I always try to let them have a little bit of a human scent and touch. Always give them the opportunity to check me out as much as I try to check them out, just so we have a good relationship. What you doing back there, Libby? That's what you want. You want them to be able to touch you and not be afraid. Okay, so I gave you the introduction, and now it's time to get down to business. I got to get this guy right back here over to the corral and load it up into the trailer. So because he is young and I have not really worked with him around trailers, it may not be quite as easy as I'd like, but I think it'll be all right because he's a bull. So typically bulls are a little bit more bold. They're not afraid to try new things. They're not afraid to go places that they shouldn't be. So that's how you want to move your cattle. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. As I said earlier, we try to treat all of our cows with the most respect we can from the time they step on the ranch to the time that they leave. And this is never an easy thing to do because they are our animals, but we do know that it's a necessary thing to do. So he will bring a lot of food, not just to us as a family, but also to others, friends or people that we sell it to help supplement some of our income on the ranch.
You know, sometimes people get a bad feeling about a processing plant or a place where people take their meat to be processed. And I don't think that it has to be that way. It shouldn't be that way. See, you're used to coming to the store and getting your meat like this. And this beautiful place can show you that you can grow your food, grow your own food, your real food. You don't have to do the dirty work. You can take it to a place, clean facilities just like this, that can take care of that dirty work for you. Their job is to make it easy on you to be able to get the fresh meat that you want.
So we just got back home from dropping off the cow at the processing plant. Everything went well. He unloaded wonderfully, and we're just super excited to continue to this venture of homesteading, of living off the land, living off of the animals that we have raised from start to finish. And so we're just so excited that you decided to join us. And I hope that you learned something on today's episode, just to know that the processing plant or the butcher is not a bad word. This is the reality of life. Anybody that goes and gets anything that has to do with beef, and I'm not just talking about food, but it could even be products that you use. Cows are used for so much, and we can't forget that. They're so valuable to our society and to the way of living for people around the world. So thank you so much for joining us. Again, I hope you learned something today. Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave those comments. We appreciate you for all your support. Until next time, peace. Clementine loves to be rubbed. Time was spent well. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Can you do what you wanted them to do?
Beauty, things, whatever else. Go to sleep. Yes? Okay, cool. And he'll probably, I made a quick movement.